Hello there, my beautiful friends. How are you? Welcome back to Sacred Knowledge Tarot. I am so happy and thankful to each and every one of you for being here with me in this collective space today. So thank you, everyone. Now let's go ahead and call in spirit. Now, before I began filming this reading, I went into meditation and spirit brought to me the spirit of the crow. Okay, I've been seeing crows all around me. I've been seeing them outside of my home. I've especially been seeing 3 pairs of crows that come to my backyard in our trees in the afternoon every single day. Okay, this has been going on for about 2 weeks now. I've seen them in the store as a statue. I'm seeing them just everywhere in my life, in books, on tarot cards, like everywhere. So I feel some of you are also having the same kind of experience where crows are following you. It just means that the crow has marked you. They're bringing you messages, and these messages Spirit wants you to hear. So I'm tapping into the energy, and we're going to find out what it is that these crows are trying to share with you today. So I'm going to pull 3 shadow oracle cards. I do feel that the energy of shadow is being pulled from within us and even external to us. So let's see what it is that you might be experiencing. So gullible shadow. Any of you experiencing a gullible shadow? So the keywords here are easily misled or duped. This shadow is distrustful. It is naive, lack of world experience. Okay, so set and honor your boundaries and don't fear walking away from situations that are not good for you. So once again, set and honor your boundaries and don't fear walking away from situations that are not good for you. So really important to set up some healthy boundaries and stand strong in those boundaries. Okay, so the next one is obsessive shadow. And some of you might be resonating with the images of these cards. So that's coming in as a confirmation. So the keywords here for the obsessive shadow is imprisonment of the mind and imprisonment of the mind, consumed with a topic, idea, or a person. So it feels like you're in your head all the time, and it's obsessive thinking. Sometimes it's negative thinking. It's sometimes a loop or a story or a narrative. So you want to be mindful of this. Redirect your focus and retrain your mind to loosen up and not get pulled into a vortex of your thoughts. So once again, redirect your forces and retrain your mind to loosen up and not get pulled into a vortex of your thoughts. It's like a rabbit hole of many different things, right? Sometimes we fall into that pit and it's hard to get out. So I just wanted to shuffle this a little bit more here and pull one more shadow. So paradox shadow. Look at that, a paradox shadow. So act in contradiction to personal beliefs, duplicitous, contradiction, inconsistent. Embrace the complexity of your mind that extends beyond the barriers of logic, and you'll discover a world of wonder. So once again, embrace the complexity of your mind that extends beyond the barriers of logic, and you'll discover a world of wonder. I feel that Spirit is calling you to connect with your spirit mind. We live in a material world, so we have a material mind, but we also have a spirit mind. And they want you to connect with your spirit mind a little bit more here, because there's a lot of information and guidance coming in. So those of you that are seeing crows around you, this is just letting you know that your spirit mind is open. The fact that you're noticing the crows. I see patterns, and I'm seeing patterns right now with some of the crows in my neighborhood, right? And some of you might have a crow that's following you around. Maybe this energy of the crow is connected to someone that has crossed over, right? So I also feel ravens were coming up for me. I actually saw ravens over the weekend, and they were really big ravens. So I remember that. And my husband was saying, those are ravens, Rhea. I was like, oh my goodness. They are huge. All right, so 3 tarot cards. We're getting the Hangman here. Look at this. We've got a crow showing up. So they are definitely following you here, everyone. So that is wild that the crow is here. And we also have a little, I think this is a mouse on the card that's holding a key. We've got a spider web. Things aren't as they seem. okay? And I feel that Spirit is trying to guide you to seeing them through a place of love. They're unlocking something, they're activating something within you. And the way that you're experiencing your world is going to be different once something is unlocked here. So get ready for this. Now, this is a major arcana card, so this energy is going to be prominent in your life. However, it tends to be in the background, this energy. So some of you are going to feel this energy intensely, while others you're going to feel this subtly. This can also show up as dizzy spells. This is the other thing that I'm feeling here, is dizzy spells. So that might be a physical sign for some of you. Six of Swords. Spirit is definitely guiding you. Look at the animals that are in this card. These are spirit animals that are guiding you. So we have an owl, we have a fish here in the sea, and we have another little mouse. And this person is trusting, they have faith, and even though things feel a bit stormy or unclear or uncertain, they want you to follow that guidance within you and trust yourself. You're on the right path, even though it doesn't seem like it might be, but you know you are on the right path. And they're saying, you know you're on the right path. I'm sorry, I've got a lot of intuitive downloads, and there's a lot of words that are wanting to come out at once. So the Knight of Swords. This is a very powerful energy because it's letting me know that you are meant to be active. In this, we also have swords and the person is moving. In both of these images, you are meant to be moving. But maybe it feels like you're not, because this person is hanging upside down to see the world from a different lens, from a different perspective. So this is really interesting because I'm getting someone that may be in a battle with themselves. Maybe you're in a stagnant position and you're trying to take action, but you're having like this internal battle with yourself. Or you're very active and you're finding there's stagnancy or slow energy that you're having to face, and things aren't moving as quickly as you desire or you would like. So this is where Spirit wants you to practice patience here in both scenarios and trust that everything is working in the way that it's meant to. Okay, so this is the Knight of Swords, and this is an opportunity for you to grow. Whatever experience you're having right now as you're watching this reading today, you are growing in that situation, okay? Now, I want you to use your own intuition with my reading. So whenever you see my cards popping up on screen, I want you to try and interpret them using your own intuition. This is going to strengthen your intuition, and you will also receive your own messages, and I love it when you share with me how these cards' energies are showing up for you in your own life. So share with me in the comment section below. All right, so yeah, some of the images here, especially, you know, the red nails, there's a lot of red. We got roses here, tattoos, like there's a theme, there's an energy that is flowing here in some of your lives. I'm getting someone who's a bit rebellious. You know, gets caught up in energies. I'm seeing someone who's young here, or has a younger, more youthful, like teenager-like energy here. This is what I'm feeling. Someone that wants freedom, someone that is becoming this version of, they're finding themselves. This is what's happening here. Very, very interesting, and trust and seeing the world differently. We've got a big crow raven here in this card as well. So look at that, everyone. Now, before I begin, I just wanted to mention that we all live a different life experience. These cards are going to present themselves differently in each of our lives. This is also a general reading for you today. So those of you that are watching, if my reading isn't resonating for you, please leave it behind, but also check out your moon, rising, and Venus signs. So I'm getting someone who's very strong-willed, someone who is in tune with their intuition, someone who can sense, someone that knows when to stop, someone that knows how to retreat and reflect, someone that really understands themselves. Like, I'm really seeing someone that's gone through this journey in life, trusting their intuition and following it. And boy, oh boy, do you have stories to share. Oh my goodness. This is kind of tuning into my own energy. Like, I'm feeling myself within these cards, especially the shadow cards. So some of you are experiencing shadows that are surfacing, being drawn to the surface through, you know, uncertainties or not knowing the way, even though you trust that the path that you're on is the path that you're meant to be on. There's almost like this subtle hint of stress or worry of, what if something were to go wrong? What if something this or that or the other thing? I'm not sure what this is. And This is really fast energy, right? This is coming through the Knight of Swords. Things that are, like, I'm getting reckless energy. Maybe this is something from the past, but you might be going through a period, or someone in your life might be going through a period where they're being reckless. They're wanting things to happen really quickly. Maybe this has to do with your child. Maybe you have a teenager or a young adult. Or there's a memory that Spirit is taking you back to that has to do with an experience you had back when you were a teenager, back when you were a young adult. And I feel that this might have to do with some sort of a challenge or obstacle that you are facing, something that feels difficult. It's kind of throwing you outside of your comfort zone. Perhaps there's a lot of emotions and things that you are feeling that you can't get a handle on, or you're looking for a new path. Like there's something here that is opening up that you're seeing, but you're uncertain about it. Maybe you're wanting some sort of a guarantee or some sort of a confirmation that this is the path, but you're actually not meant to know that. You're meant to trust that what's opening up for you is meant to be yours. You're meant to walk down the path and not allow fear to get in the way. So there's a lot of unpacking that is happening here with the Hangman card. So within yourself, I feel some of you are doing some sort of unpacking. This has to do with fears and things that have been in the way of you trusting your intuition, of you taking that leap of faith and you following that calling, following that purpose, that passion, doing the thing that you desire to do, or experiencing what it is that you want to experience. The words are not even wanting to come out of my mouth, and it's because I feel that maybe there's somebody out there that may feel blocked. You're not blocked, and the experience you're having right now in your life as you're watching this today is opening you up to a new perspective of seeing your world, and the crows are coming in as a confirmation of that, but also with messages. So, you know, whenever I look at crows, like I'm seeing pairs of crows, 3 of them. So I think of them as friends, like they're probably couples, and they hang out together and they come into our backyard. For whatever reason, they like our backyard, right? So they're there and they're just hanging out. It's like they're lounging in the backyard and it's free. There's a lot of love, there's communication, there's connection there. And they all kind of fly around together. They hop from tree to tree together. So it's really interesting to watch. And this is where I feel that you're noticing something subtle that most people don't notice. And it's something that is coming into your life as a message, and it's being reflected to you in other areas and other ways in your life as the same message. Like there's a theme there. Maybe you're not picking up on the theme, but there's a theme that is revealing itself to you around clarity or guidance or something that you're looking for. Okay, so this is where they want you to pay attention. And I feel you have a really strong connection to animals, to Mother Nature. And again, Spirit is calling you to ground yourself, center yourself. And some of you might be seeing spiders or webs. Okay, you're meant to create right now. And there's an energy that is connecting and activating a part of you that wants to express itself. So I feel that this Hangman card is also a channel of energy that you are building a connection to or cultivating in order to express yourself from a place of truth, from a place of not you know, being yourself. It's almost like the words are being blocked because of people-pleasing energies, or, you know, feeling rebellious or acting too quickly without thinking about it. So this is why it's important to ground and center yourself. They're saying ground and center yourself and reconnect with your body, your mind, soul, and your spirit here in the present moment, like in this experience, because this is where all the magic happens. And there's a purpose and a reason, and there's parts of you. So what I'm getting here is this feels almost like an obstacle course of the mind in the spiritual realm. And you're tuned in and tapped into this. This is you know, looking through that spirit mind. This is you connecting to your spirit mind and allowing yourself to flow with the guidance that's coming in. And again, you are very in tune with this energy. Sometimes what happens is, even though we're in tune with it, we have a lot of noise that distracts us or interferes. And sometimes we don't recognize it as noise or interference because we get caught up in it. This is where Spirit is bringing you back to yourself to take a look at the situation from a different lens by turning yourself the other way. So this is you going from material mind, you're rooted in material mind, going into spirit mind, right? This is what they're showing me here with this. And here you are step by step. The guidance is coming in. There is no need to rush, right? So we've got a very rushed energy here. You want to slow down just a little bit. Pause to reflect. When you are pausing, you want to pause to reflect, to see the path a little bit more clearly, to trust your senses. This is where you want to throw logic out the window. Not out the window, sorry. That's the wrong way to put it. You want to have logic there. It's just you don't want it overriding everything. There's something else that is communicating to you that has guidance, and it's coming from within you, right? It's being very careful of the tricks of the mind, right? This is what I'm seeing here, the Six of Swords here. There's tricks of the mind that come in, and this is, I feel, the ego. This is the shadows. This is parts of you from different timelines, different ages. So, you know, you might have had a season where you experienced the gullible shadow. Maybe at one point in your life, there was the obsessive shadow, right? These are parts of yourselves that are ours. Like I remember my own life experiences, different versions of me in each, and I'm able to cultivate them whenever I need them. They're a part of us. They're not something that we're meant to completely let go of. It's learning how to manage and work with them. And I feel right now the crows are coming in as messages for those of you especially experiencing energies that are surfacing. Perhaps you're finding yourself projecting energies and they're being reflected back to you. It's almost like a bouncing off energy. It feels like a mirror is being put in front of you and there's energies reflecting back to you. You might be feeling this experience. Here, Spirit is wanting you to slow down, connect with yourself, and take things one at a time rather than allowing the overwhelm to throw you off course. Because I feel like there's a lot of fast energy coming in and there is a chance and possibility to slip or trip over this energy and find yourself in a space that doesn't feel aligned to what you're desiring to experience. So this is where Spirit is catching you before the energy slips or trips you, right? Or before you go on a detour somewhere else. There's a lot of different kinds of paths that we can go down. And I feel there's a lot of branches of paths that are opening up for you right now. And Spirit wants you to trust yourself, your instincts, your intuition here. And you know what? I'm getting some of you who have had their intuition tell you something and all of a sudden you did the opposite. So you can attest to that. Like, I should have listened to my intuition there. Had I wouldn't have had to go through this situation. Like, maybe you've had many moments like this. So they're bringing you back to that your intuition is right here around something. And the crows are coming in as confirmation that what is it that you're feeling? What is it that's guiding you right now? Right? So listening to that inner voice, this is going to be very important. And owls are coming through here. Mice are coming in. Squirrels. But the crow definitely has marked you. And I feel that, I don't know if any of you out there have had a crow kind of peck at your head. That's coming in as a confirmation. Or, you know, maybe the crow pooped on you. That's also a sign for some of you. Maybe your car has a bunch of crow poop on it. Like, I don't know why they're showing me that, but it almost feels like it's blessed you in some way. Maybe crows have been cawing at you. Maybe there's one following you around, one that you see outside of your bedroom window all the time, but there's definitely one following some of you around. And showing up in books, it's the same way that I've been seeing them. And again, that teenager energy, this is a beginning point for you around something specific. And I feel this is energetically. It's almost like you're stepping into this new timeline and you're showing up in this new timeline as a beginner version of yourself in this new energy because it's new, it's unfamiliar, but you can equip yourselves with knowledge and anything that you need in order to move through this energy. You could do it one step at a time. Remember, you don't have to know the whole entire thing. Like, they want you to start small, especially those of you that are feeling like you're overwhelmed around something. So they're unlocking this connection to your heart. Okay, so I'm seeing you moving here. I'm seeing like this heart channel being activated. It's like your heart started beating again. Maybe it wasn't beating the way it was meant to, but it has a nice rhythm and a flow to it. And I'm seeing you pumping out energies, a lot of creativity here, a lot of success, a lot of blessings, a lot of so much through your thoughts, like you're channeling energy. You have a very clear vision here. And this clear vision is going to take patient action, aligned action, intentional action. So rather than emotionally charging forward, let's take a moment to plan things out and map it out and take things one step at a time and listening to that inner guidance, to our intuition, to what it is saying. Does this feel right? Is it aligned to what I'm trying to create? Does it bring peace to me? Happiness? Or is it something that's weighing me down or making me feel stressed or anxious? So why is that? They want you to take a look at the resistance somewhere in your life. That's what they're bringing the crows in for. This is why they're pulling out the shadows. So some of you might be experiencing the shadows that came through today or other shadows, right? This is a time where things are coming out because they're being cleared away. And they're meant to be cleared away because you are creating something new. There's a new energy that you're meant to work with. So when we hold on to the old, we don't get an opportunity to work with the new energies. And when we're leveling up, it's almost like a video game. This is the best way I can describe it. When you level up, you acquire some sort of a tool, something that is going to help you on this part of the journey. So you are accessing something that you are meant to open up to and release something that you don't need. You can release and let go of and not bring into this new energy. And you're allowing yourself to take on something new, a new energy that's going to help you. And the in-between, it's really interesting because Spirit is taking you back in and out of a new experience. This is what I feel is happening for some of you, like in and out of something. It's like you're in the energy that you want to be in, like you're motivated, you're inspired, and then there's a low. And it feels like the energy is pulling back and forth. It's like you make progress and then you slow down. You make progress, but this is the tide, this is the waves, the rhythm that is coming in. So you're meant to actually flow with it. You're riding the horse, you're riding the wind, you're riding the flow. So as this flow shifts, when it shifts, you notice the shift happening. You feel the breeze changing. So it's like, okay, I lost my pace for a second. Now let's get into this new rhythm and flow. This is how they're showing me this card. Really interesting. And yes, there are some sharp edges of mountains that you might not see, but you're dodging them. You're jumping over them. Yeah, you might trip, but you're going to get back up. The clouds are here. So there's this beautiful like lightness to the energy, a lightness that Spirit would like you to bring into your life as you are flowing in this new rhythm and energy, seeing things through a different perspective and allowing your intuition to guide you, because sometimes we can't see the way clearly. Sometimes we're not meant to. And I feel even in my own life experiences, I had no idea of some of the things that were going to happen in my life. It's not what I would have imagined. It's not the things that I was trying to create, but they happened anyways. But it's a path that Spirit is creating, and life is just full of surprises. It's full of ups and downs. It's a rhythm and a flow that we're in, changing of cycles and seasons in our lives. And it's just like this, it's not even a horse, it's a crow. You're gliding. It's not even that bumpy, right? With a horse, it's like trotting. It's a little bit junky, and the energy is a bit choppy and different than if you were on a bird gliding up in the air, right? So this is what it's going to feel like. And Spirit is saying, spread your wings and fly here. Look at that. Releasing those shadows, and the crows are there. And I'm going to pull a bonus card and bring you another message from the Urban Crow card deck here. So let's see what it is that the crow wants to share more with you around this energy coming in. Okay, so we just had a card slip out here. Distance. Distance. And the number 14. So You might be seeing this number somewhere in your life. It's a confirmation of this message. And the message here is to get the lay of the land, sometimes you need to take a look from a distance. Distance indicates that you would be best served by taking a step back so that you can see the big picture. You may be focusing too narrowly on one area while there's a whole world out there to explore. You may need to consider if growth within a situation or a relationship is at risk of being stunted due to overcritical or nitpicky energy. Are you able to see the potential even if there are a few flaws? So I feel focus is going to be key here as well. Having a clear vision and releasing any kind of illusions or things that don't feel aligned. It's like you're cutting through energies that are fogging your decision making, or, you know, it's just clearing. It's a clearing of the lens, like the fogginess is going away. So of course you might find distance appears when you are too focused on one positive aspect of a situation or event while missing all of the negative outcomes that may potentially exist. Distance asks if you are too close to a situation to remain impartial or unbiased. You might benefit from taking a leave of absence or literally putting some distance between you and the situation by taking a trip. Sometimes you have to distance yourself from a situation in order to gain clarity from it, right? So I've had to do this in my own life. Sometimes it's hard to create the distance depending on the situation that you're in. And even though it feels difficult, it's necessary. And you don't know that until you create the distance and then you receive that guidance from being distant, right? So it's really interesting how this card's coming in. And let's pull an angel number for you and see what else is coming through to close off your reading today. All right, so we are getting for you changing of cycles 5555. You're definitely going through a change in your life. Those of you that are here this far into the reading, you are going through a changing of cycles, and you might be seeing the number 5s around you. Okay, so you're going to be going through the motions, right? This is that new rhythm and flow energy. So you just have to adjust to it, move with that rhythm and flow. This is a transition that sometimes brings in chaos, endings, and rebuilding. And they don't want you to think of this as some sort of a negative experience in your life, but rather an adventure. Okay, so we can shift the way that we have the experience on how we choose to show up in it. Okay, so definitely change, but there's a lot of success, victory, abundance, and love that is coming in, right? And again, if you're, you know, in this downward looking perspective in your life where you're looking through the lens of scarcity, of not feeling loved, looking through the energy of negativity, they want you to shift and look and unlock your heart and start looking through that lens, through that perspective, because it is all around you. All you have to do is see it, witness it, experience it, and actually express it. I feel Spirit is saying you have to unlock it from within yourself. It starts from you and then it spreads outward from there. Okay, so this is your message. This is your reading. I hope it resonates for you. If it does, please comment below, hit that like button. And if you're brand new to my channel and you're enjoying my content, please consider subscribing. Other than that, I wanted to wish you all a beautiful day and thank you so much for watching. Right, so those of you that have made it this far in my video today, thank you so much for your love and support. Your presence here means so much to me. Now, I just wanted to remind everyone that I do have a secondary channel, Sacred Knowledge Living, where myself, my husband Paul, his brother Tom, and Tom's wife Katomi bring you more content. Katomi also brings us the Magic Intention candle, so she has a lot of behind the scenes there. We have meditations and podcasts. Now, I also wanted you to check out my website, www.sacredknowledgetarot.com. I have a lot of offerings there as well, which include my 14-day Mindset Challenge ebook and the 60-day Soul Commitment Challenge that myself and my husband Paul put together for all of you. So make sure you go check that out. Now, I also wanted you to check out some of these videos, especially if you enjoyed the video that you just watched. So enjoy, and until the next time.